2019 Fed Cup by BNP Paribas World Group and World Group 2 draw. 2019 will be the 57th year of our historic competition, and we're really excited about the great tennis that we'll be seeing. In November of this year, we'll have two of our best competing nations that have won the tie more than any other nations, the United States and the Czech Republic, who will be playing in what is the world's largest annual competition for team sport. So let me just talk about a couple of things. I'd like to thank our sponsors, BNP Paribas. This is their 15th year as title sponsor, Adecco, as well as our international sponsor, and also BN Sports, who's our media rights, official media rights partner. There are two announcements that I'd like to make for 2019. The first is the dates for the 2019 competition. Round one will be the 9th and 10th of February. The 20th and 21st of April will be the semifinals as well as the playoff rounds. And the 9th and 10th of November in 2019 will be our final. I'd like to also confirm that the ITF board and the Fed Cup committee has approved that we will expand the teams to 5 players, which would be great for the captains and for more players to be able to compete for their nation. I'd like to now turn it over to Soren Friemel, our head of officiating, who will take us through the draw.
Thank you very much, Dave. And I would also like to welcome everybody for the Fed Cup by BNP Paribas draw for 2019. And we start with the World Group 2, with the seeded nations, number 1, Switzerland, number 2, Netherlands, 3, Slovakia, and the 4th seeded nation, Japan, and the remaining nations, Canada, Italy, Latvia, and Spain. And for both draws, I would like to ask Ingrid Lofdahl-Benzer from the Fed Cup committee to help me. And we start with the number 1 seed placing on line 1, Switzerland, and the number 2 seeded nation, Netherlands, on line 8. Now we draw the number 3 and the number 4, Slovakia and Japan, on line 3 and line 6. First one going on line 3. Slovakia. And on line 6, open, we have Japan. Now we're going to draw the 4 remaining nations, Canada, Italy, Latvia, and Spain, from top to bottom. Starting with the opponent for Switzerland. Italy.
Choice of ground by lot.
Choice of ground by lot. So we're going to decide if Switzerland or Italy is going to host. Choice of ground goes to top, to Switzerland. Next, playing against Slovakia is Latvia.
Choice of ground by lot.
Again, choice of ground by lot, top or bottom. Bottom, choice of ground to Latvia. Playing against Japan. Spain.
Choice of ground to Japan.
Japan hosting against Spain and playing against the Netherlands. Perfect. Canada.
Choice of ground by lot.
Choice of ground by lot. Top or bottom. Bottom. Netherlands hosting against Canada. Moving on to the World Group, and we have the top two seeds, the finalists of 2018, Czech Republic and USA in their national ranking order, and the other nations, number 3 seed Belarus and number 4 France. Then we have the 4 remaining nations, Australia, Belgium, Germany and Romania. And just one note, the Fed Cup regulations state that the 2 finalist nations will be given the opportunity to host their first round ties the following year, regardless of their home and away sequence. Both Czech Republic and USA have decided to exercise this right, and therefore both will be home for their first round in 2019. So now we place in the number 1 seeded nation, Czech Republic, on line 1, and the number 2 seeded nation, USA, on line 8. Again, we're going to draw number 3 and number 4, Belarus and France, on line 3 and 6. With the first nation going on line 3, which is France. And now on line 6, we have Belarus. Now we're going to draw Australia, Belgium, Germany and Romania, again from top to bottom. Against Czech Republic. Romania.
Choice of ground to Czech Republic.
Czech Republic hosting, but as mentioned before, they're the finalists, so they have their right. Playing against France. Will be Belgium.
Choice of ground to Belgium.
Belgium hosting against France. Now it's Belarus. Germany.
Choice of ground to Germany.
Germany will be hosting against Belarus and against USA. Australia.
Choice of ground to USA.
Again, USA hosting against Australia. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Ingrid. And that concludes the 2019 Fed Cup by BNP Paribas draw.